right, hi there. So, you just finished a workout, or maybe you're going to do this on your own, without a workout. So, on its own, I mean. So, I'm going to get my roller out. I roll pretty much every day, more sometimes more than once a day. Sometimes I'll roll in the mornings, and then I'll roll again when I get home, and maybe in the evening. So, I have some knots in my glutes. So, generally, what I start out doing is just rolling my glutes. So if you don't have a roller, I highly suggest that you go get one because they are fantastic. I have so many different kinds. So I have this big one. So it's long and it's quite hard. I also actually have another one that I keep upstairs for, rolling in the evenings and stuff. It's a little bit squishier, so it's a little bit gentler, and I quite like that. And I use that one in the mornings as well. So this one's a little bit harder, which is fine. I really need to get into, so I'm doing down into my hamstrings now. So those are really tight. So what my issue is that I've been having trouble with my knee, and what we've determined by going to a lot of people for help is that it's tightness. So tightness in my quads, but man, I can feel it in my hamstrings. And right today, I'm feeling it down in my calf as well. So I'm going to get that rolled out. So you never want to roll your knees. So always make sure that you don't roll on your knee. I also like to roll. Most people are like, oh, I got to roll my IT band. I will, but I usually roll on either side of it. So I don't usually like roll right down that IT band. So like I'm kind of on the back side more here right now, because a lot of the time your IT band is going to be really tight, and that's just going to aggravate it more. So try to roll on either side, and that way you're going to get that fascia that's kind of connected to it and get it released. Oh, I got a knot right there. So once you find a knot, you can stay there and just kind of roll it back and forth, just little tiny rolls. And then you can do those great big long ones. So that's kind of elongating those muscles and tendons and everything that we want to elongate there. So now I'm going to come over onto my quads. So when I am rolling my calves and stuff, I did a little bit with this roller, but I also have a hand roller. So it's like a rolling pin, and that works really good for getting like by the knee, so you're not putting a lot of pressure on it. And then like behind into that calf, you can press a little bit more with the hand roller. So as you can see, I'm not quite going to my knees, and I'm doing just the tops of my quads right now. So back and forth, I'm doing nice long rolls here, back and forth, feeling a little bit of tension. And I'm just going to come over onto the side, feeling a lot of tension there. So I'm going to go gentle though, because that's just the thing. You want to roll, but you don't want to be, it doesn't have to be painful, okay? It doesn't have to. When I used to roll before, I used to have tears rolling down my face. And then I discovered that isn't really the way our bodies want to feel. So I'm going to do my back as well, just because it's always a good one to do. I'm just going to come here a little bit so I don't roll right out. And just going to lift my hair up so that doesn't get caught. So I just kind of go over to one side and then the other. And there you go. So that's all I'm going to do with that one. It's a pretty hard one. So now I'm going to stretch out a little bit. So make sure when you're done rolling, you do stretch out a little bit. So I'm just going to just rock side to side here. Open up those hips a little bit. Stretch it out. And just feeling that stretch in my inner thighs in my quads a little bit as well. So now I'm going to do 90-90, but I'm going to push my hip forward and just come up a little bit. So I'm getting the stretch down here into my hip flexor and quad. And then I'm going to flip over to the other side and just coming up just to get that quad. So I'm not really coming right up. I'm just pushing that hip forward and then come back down. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quad stretch. Now, because I'm having issues with my quad, I am going to grab a little bit of a band here in case I need it. So coming down onto my side. So this side's pretty good. And you want to make sure your body's in a nice straight line and get that pelvis or those hips forward just so you're getting a good stretch into that quad. And then before we do the other one, we're just going to do figure 4. So basically what I'm doing here with you is my physio. So you're going to join me for my physio stretches. So I'm stretching out my glutes and hamstrings. I mean, we do these so much, but I do. I usually try to do them. I do figure 4s just about every single day. And then the quad stretch, not as much. And that's what perhaps I was lacking. Now I'm going to do the other side for my quad. See how we go here with that. So I'm just going to come down and let's see. Oh, not too bad today. So a little bit better. The rolling, I think, helped quite a bit. I'm going to try to get my knee down a little bit, but lots of times I'm not able to grab onto my foot. So I'm going to stretch out, and really it feels amazing. So just a really good basic stretch here with this quad stretch. I'm really happy with my progress because I sure wasn't able to do that a little while ago. All right, so up we come, and now we're just going to take our right foot and put it out to the side, and let's just do a lateral stretch. So push those hips back, open up those hips, stretch out that inner thigh, and then come back up, other side, push those hips back, stretch it out, and just some deep breaths here. And come back up. Excellent. Let's do a bit of a frog child's pose, I'm going to call it. So we're just going to open up our hips really wide here and push those hips back. Stretch those arms out. Oh, exhale. And we'll do a little bit of rocking back and forth. Good. Good. All right, nice. Okay, let's come out front here. So we'll just get the wide legs and just hinge over. Feel that stretch down the back of the legs. And stretching out the back of the legs. Oh, I feel that in my lower back as well. And come on up. Let's take that right foot into the left, left into the right. Doesn't matter, we're going to do both. Hinge over. So feeling that stretch. So I'm really tight right here, right into the quad. So it's pulling on my inside of my knee. So I was very thankful when we decided that it wasn't meniscus related as far as tears or anything goes. So that was a relief. So now we just need to try to get that tightness out of there. So I'm going to massage, chiropractor. I'm also going to acupuncture, and then of course I've started with physio as well. So just, I'm going to massage a little bit in where it is, where I do have a little pain. I'm not going hard. I'm just trying to get some blood flow in there. Okay, get that moving. So if you do have some place that's quite painful, then, just try to do a little bit of gentle massage there and just get things moving. Okay, just get things, try to loosen it up and get that blood flowing in there. All right, nice. Okay, so we're going to flip our legs around here. Let's come on up into downward dog. Press those heels into the floor. Hold it here, and then walk your hands back to your toes. And come on up nice and slow. Super. All right, let's open up our legs for a second, hinge over, and we're just going to go side to side here. And getting some, again, I like to stretch, but I like to do dynamic stretching, so movement at the same time. And come on up nice and slow and bring those feet together. And we're going to cross one leg over the other, and we're going to hinge over and stretch out the back of the leg. And then we're going to cross one leg over the other, hinge over, and come on up. Good. All right. Nice big breath in. Exhale, hands behind the back. Link the fingers together, stretch out the chest, hinge over, bring those arms up, getting some good stretches down the back of our bodies. Come on up nice and slow and reach up, stretching over to one side and over to the other side. Good. All right, that's it for today. If you want to repeat this, go right ahead. But make sure when you roll, that you do stretch afterwards. And you should be kind of warmed up when you roll as well. So take a nice deep breath in, palms together, and exhale. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Talk to you soon.